Alright guys, the next one of your pre-unlocked cars is Powerbomb, so you just start with this one, so that's why I'm going to do this one next, just because that way we're going through cars basically in the order people are going to get them. So we do want to go through 4 tracks as we have with the previous car, which is the Sky Realm to test downforce, the Ice Realm to test grip, Cliffside Realm to test cornering, and the Cosmic Realm to test stability. Alright, let's start with Sky Realm. So the first thing we want to test is if this can even make it down the hill without nitrox, because a few cars do have issues with this. So you keep it left, but don't put it on the wall, like I just did. Putting it on the wall wasn't that bad. This thing has some pretty decent downforce. It's actually had no issues, or a little bit of an issue. It had a slight issue. Alright, it started to lose traction towards the end there. That wasn't the worst thing in the world. So I'm going to use a bit of nitrox this time, so hopefully I can keep that downforce up and just keep control of the car. Ooh, it does not like coming out of there. So as it comes out, there's something going on with the track angle there, and the car does not like that. But otherwise, it takes that one pretty decently. Just to watch it coming out there. Now it should handle the wind fine with some speed. Yeah, not a problem. It does get that back end out a little. Oh, did not take much for that to happen. Again, control was a major issue. Just like Synchro, I did lose control there. So it's not ideal for Sky Realm. It's actually a little worse than Synchro was. I think this was ice. I'm pretty sure I selected ice. I might have selected water. There we go, ice. It was a little rough, that's alright. Alright, so now we're going to have a look at the grip on the Ice Realm. Alright, so far it's not having the issue that Synchro had, where the back end is trying to overtake the front end. Actually, a lot better. Oh, its steering ability was a bit of a problem there. We're going to try again, just to see if we can get to the loop. Alright. Cool. So it is having a little bit of trouble on the corners. It's just not turning as well as Synchro did. However, it's probably better to not turn as much as Synchro did. That's definitely an improvement, because that thing was turning too much without my permission. Yeah, making the loop is kind of a breeze. Kind of being the operative word. We're going to try again. That's how much of a breeze it is. I can do it twice. It is that section coming off the loop that is a bit rough. Unfortunately, it's not the best car for that track, but it's definitely an improvement on Synchro. Alright, Cliffside. How well does this thing take corners? If that last track is anything to go by, not well. I'm going to first just plummet off this bit. I just want to see how it lands when I do. So full acceleration. I'm going to see if it... Oh, takes it like a charm. Big fan of that. Not a big fan of that. That was just completely user error. Rough. No, but seriously, that went really well. I didn't actually expect it to go that well. And the first person view is okay. It's nothing special. I've had worse. But yeah, no, the combination of downforce and grip just glues to the road. Beautiful. Even this loop, it's taking it quite well. Now we're going to see how the corners go. Oh, that was absolutely my fault. Let's see if I can land on track. I did not land on track. We are going to try again. Let me get some nitrox up. Probably don't need that much. So I do want to actually have a shot at corners. That first corner is a bit of a... Well, the first two are a bit of a misleading section. Do you reckon I can do this first try? Because I don't. Rough. It's actually surprisingly inefficient to try and do the loop cut. Oh. So yeah, I'm fine. Now we're back to where we were before. And we can test some hairpins, see how we go. Honestly, it's not ideal for cornering. Not for drifty cornering anyway. Let's try and take some without drifting. Obviously that went about as well as it looked. That's not so bad. As long as you're not trying to drift, it's fine. A little bit here, a little bit of tire squeal here and there isn't really drifting. This is fine. Honestly, the car's got decent speed. It's got really nice boost. As far as this track is concerned, I would rather drive this than Synchro, despite the fact that this is sort of a drift track and Synchro is not a drift car, and this is not a drift car. Oops, that was the wrong way. Rough, that's alright. Now last up we have Cosmic. Now this was the first sub 2-minute car on Cosmic. But I'm going to see how it goes just actually driving. So best way to see when its stability gives out is to get it to its best, to its top speed, just get to an insane speed, see what happens when I hit a corner. Honestly, it's holding on a lot. Oh, there it goes. It did not take much at all for that car to just lose it. Which is a bit of a shame. And the last thing I'm going to try is just that little bit on Storm, just that first jump and everything. Just see how it lands. Because jumps are over a part of the game, and sometimes you need a car that lands well. Right, so this one does not land there pretty well. That's kind of what I expected Synchro to do. It's just to veer to one side when I landed, but didn't do that at all. Alright, it's fine there. Now, I know it has really good traction, so it should just, or really good downforce or something, it just holds on to those bits really well. These are the interesting bits. How well will it land this? It landed that quite fine. Takes that corner mostly fine too. I just want to see how it goes off that middle section there. Oh. I need to get to it to be able to test it. That was excessive. Honestly, based on Cliffside, I'd say that it's pretty good. So in the Sky Realm, unfortunately, I would definitely pick Synchro over Powerbomb. For the Ice Realm, I would pick Powerbomb over Synchro. For Cliffside, I would pick Powerbomb. And for Cosmic, I would pick Synchro. Probably didn't give it a fair enough go, but it did come off quite easily. It didn't take much of a bump at all. So, yeah, it just really depends on what you're using it for. Overall, Powerbomb is probably the better one. That's just my opinion though.